Hello everyone, good evening and welcome to Roma Theory. Napoli 1, Roma 0. What can we say? I think there's a lot to say. I definitely think there's a lot to say regarding our performance, regarding the way we set up, and ultimately the way we played this game. I think there were positive things. I think there were negative things. I understand that this game had to be a defensive game. That's why I'm not mad at all. Because if you think that the game plan that Claudio adopted for this game, and I'd also argue if you think that the players played bad, I think we watched a different game. Because I think this was inevitably going to be the game plan that we would have used for this game. And I think the game plan worked for pretty much the majority of the game. Of course, it's a game plan where if you concede a goal, it kills you. It kills your morale and it kills your game plan because the game plan was to get a 0-0 draw. And getting a 0-0 draw today was very, very possible. However, the thing is that, again, when you want to play like this, you have to be very careful. If you want to play... Because it's clear that today the goal was to get a 0-0 draw. It's clear because the second we conceded that goal, it killed us. Like, I saw Mourinho's Roma back in this game. And again, this shows you Ranieri, Mourinho, kind of old school tactics, old school mentality in these games. It's probably the first time since Mourinho got sacked where I saw... Mourinho's Roma back in a big game. This was exactly how Mourinho used to play in these big games. Push for a 0-0, play counter-attacking football. If you concede a goal, the game is done. But keep the hopes alive, keep defending very well, very organised defence, and then ultimately try counter-attacking and try to find that episode which will give you the 3 points. So, look, I think you can't, again, you can't criticize the way we played today. You just can't, because if anybody was expecting us to turn up in Naples, in Ranieri's first game, without our best player on the pitch because he's not 100% fit, number two, against a team who doesn't have European competitions, not that that plays a big part right now, but just saying, who is sitting first in the league? You know, if you think we were going to play like Real Madrid, then I don't think you know how football works. We're coming from the worst period in our history, at least in recent times, at least since the kicking in of the century. You cannot expect Roma to come back from all this mess after an international break where they changed manager and dominate the game and ultimately get 3 points. I was hoping for 3 points, of course. I was convinced we're not going to get 3 points today. Because it takes time for a manager's kind of philosophy to get implanted. And also the way he wants to play. I have to be very honest with you. I saw we lost. So it's kind of delusional of me to speak about positive things. And I don't want to give that impression at all. I don't want to give the impression that I'm happy with the performance. I don't want to give the impression that I'm happy with this result. All I'm trying to say is I expected things to be worse. And number two is, I'll say that this team today played way more united than they did in many games under Juric. And also under De Rossi, to be honest with you, where we also won. So in that sense, I will take it. And the third thing which I will say is it was a pretty balanced game, which got decided by an episode. And that's, again, we are living a period of the year. In fact, we have been living a period of the year where, yes, we've been very bad. Yes, the manager's decisions did not help to get better, but I am going to say it out loud. We are also living a period of the year where everything is going against us. Because I am convinced that if it was Lazio today, that header that Dovbyk put in would have gone in, and it wouldn't have hit the crossbar. If that header was a Moise Keane, it would have gone in. Everything around the air goes against the current wave of Roma right now. This is not an excuse. All I'm trying to say is, everything is going against us. Not that we deserve to win, but I will also say that Napoli didn't deserve to win. I think this game had a 0-0 written all over it until the 60th minute, where you consider that stupid goal. Again, a free cross coming in. I'd also argue that Hummels was a bit at fault there, because he was marking Lukaku free there, as Villar couldn't do much. But if we want to say things true, Lukaku should have never played that second half, because a proper competent referee would have given Lukaku a red card in the first half. He had about 3 fouls that deserved a yellow card each, and somehow he got 0 yellow cards. Fucking joke. Again, let's analyze. Let's delve down and analyze this game. In the meantime, if you haven't already, please do hit the like button. If everybody hasn't already hit the like, please do it, and it would support the channel a lot. So, speaking about the starting formation, a lot of people might not like it. We played with a 4-5-1. I think, again, can I also say another thing? It's not a surprise that when we played 4 at the back, we looked way more organized defensively than when we shifted to 3 at the back when Hummels came in. Again, I don't know what it is about this 3-man defense, but it feels like every time we use it, we concede stupid goals. We played a good defensive first half with a few little squanders, but we were organized defensively in the first half. Hummels come in, we go back to 3-man defense. 10 minutes into the game, where we switch to a back 3, we concede a goal. Again, it might be a coincidence. I don't think it is. These players don't like a back 3. Mourinho played with a back 3, De Rossi played with a back 3, Juric played with a back 3, and Ranieri shifted to a back 3 today. Everybody seems to do it. I don't think they understand that these players reject a 3-man defense system. So, that goal that we conceded is just a stupid ass goal. It's just a stupid ass goal. But again, going back to the starting 11, Chilik starts it was a 4-5-1 with Pizzilli and El Shaarawy wide, and then Pellegrini kind of up front in the midfield with Dovbyk isolated up front. Again, Dovbyk today had an absolute stinker. And part of me agrees with people who say that he had a stinker because he had terrible touches, and I agree. But the other half of me says he's too isolated. Like, how can we score goals if our striker plays in a formation where he's basically the only one in the box? It's too hard to score. And in a period of time where we're just not scoring goals, the formation doesn't help. The formations that we use don't help. So 4-5-1 gives you the idea of a defensive formation, gives you the idea that the impression today, that the game plan today was to defend, get a 0-0 in worst case scenarios, or push for a counter-attack and maybe, get an episode in your favor and win the game 1-0. As I already said, the moment you concede a goal, the game plan gets completely squashed. It gets destroyed. But going back to the first half, I think we were organized. I think the reason why I'm not too disappointed is because I am disappointed. But the reason why I'm not that mad is because, in other games, against Verona, I was fuming. Against Fiorentina, I was fuming. Because the way we lost those games is more frustrating than this one. Today we were organized. If today you played against Verona, you would have won. Because today we were concentrated. We were concentrated for about 89 minutes. That 1 minute that we're not concentrated, we concede a goal. So there are improvements. There are improvements. I have seen improvements, and I was convinced that they were going to see some steps up with Ranieri because of his experience, because of his way of communication, because he knows how to deal with these games. It was a correct game plan. I've got nothing against the game plan. It was how we had to play. This game was how we had to play. The only thing that I would add is you have to shoot a bit more, and you have to add and step up even more the concentration at the back. But I'm nobody to say anything against the way we played today and the formation that Ranieri used. So yeah, 4-5. Kone didn't play bad. Kone is playing very well. Pizzilli on and off today. Mancini played good, but Mancini played good for about half an hour, and then again, he was a bit on and off. I'll surprise you. I actually think Çelik didn't play that bad today. I'll probably get clashed after saying this because I'm the first one who says that guy is shit, and that guy remains shit. I'm not saying that all of a sudden Çelik needs to be the starting right back that we need. No, Çelik needs to go. Çelik remains shit. But I have to be honest with you, I've seen worse performances. Because those crosses that Napoli put in and that Kvaratskhelia was left alone, that was El Shaarawy's fault. Because Çelik marks him, but whoever goes behind him, El Shaarawy needs to track back. So again, problem with Çelik, as always, is terrible crosses, terrible touches, terrible sprints, technique-wise, he's bad. Technique-wise, he won't improve because he's born like this. If he's born with pentagular feet, there's nothing that Ranieri, De Rossi, Juric, or Mourinho can do. But in terms of the way he moved today, in terms of the way he defended, I would also argue, I've seen worse performances from him. So the core stays the same. The core is that. The core is a shit player. A player who, however, today kept Kvara pretty well. The few chances that Kvara had with his head in the box, that was El Shaarawy's fault. That was not Çelik's fault. Angelino, on the other hand, today, very bad. I'm not a fan of Angelino. I tend to think that Angelino is a very bang average player. I agree with a few people in the fan forum who say that Angelino is not as good as people describe him. I agree. Angelino is not as good as people make him. Angelino is a bang average left back who's about 1 dick tall, can't defend crosses, is good at crossing, but he's good at crossing because he's placed in a context of fullbacks where everybody's shit. So his crossings stand out. But other than that, he is not starting material. In the current formation, he is, because as I've just said, he's been placed in a context where he looks like prime Marcelo, but in reality, he's not. Dal, those last 10 minutes, played way better than Angelino in those 80 minutes. So I will add that. Hummels, again, could have done better with that goal. Pellegrini, ghost. Cristante, bad first half, but I think he improved a little in the second half. And Dovbyk, bad today. To kind of move forward, cause now you've got Spurs away, and then you've got Atalanta at home, and Atalanta are the best team in the league this season, especially right now. Atalanta can really win the league this season. Atalanta are a team which have no breaks. They batter Napoli one weekend, batter Parma another weekend, batter the team in the Champions League during the week, and then go to the Olimpico next Sunday and batter you too. Atalanta are a team full of squad depth, and I reckon we'll lose that game too. The problem right now, which isn't the problem says that we are 4 points off relegation. We're not going to get relegated. I said this myself. I fear relegation. Yes, I do fear relegation. But with Ranieri, I don't fear relegation. With Juric, I would, because Juric didn't have a clue of what he was doing. Ranieri knows what to do. However, asking 3 points 7 days after he got appointed Roma manager without his best player on the pitch is asking too much. This man knows what to do. This man knows what to implement to his players, what to distribute to his players on a human level, as I already said, but on a football level too. We won't get relegated. But the season is compromised. The season is done with. Which is why, had this game been a Europa League game, I would have been 10 times more disappointed. The season is gone. We're 15 points from Fiorentina. 15 points from Atalanta. 15 points from Lazio. And about 12 points from Juventus. 16 points from Napoli. The season is gone. The league is gone. What you have to do, and what Ranieri needs to do, is do the best in the Europa League and do even better in the Coppa Italia. That is where, if you fuck it up, I will get very, very, very disappointed. I have no expectations left in the league. I am aware that the max Roma can get league-wise this season is 10th. That's the maximum we will get. Because you will continue to lose big games, because you can put whoever manager you want, but the players are the ones who play football, and these players are not good enough to win against the top 6 competitors. So you're going to continue losing big games, and you're going to have those on and off games against little teams, which this team carries in its DNA. In the league, it's gone. It's like, what do you want from the Serie A this season? What do you, there is really, we can't get anything else. You've chucked it away. I keep saying this. The league is gone. What you need to be good at is using all of this shitness that you've done in the league and convert it to potential chances in both the Coppa Italia and the Europa League. That's what you need to do. And that's where I will get mad and disappointed if you bottle easy games, or if you continue dropping points in those 2 tournaments. I'll be very honest with you, in the league, I don't even care anymore. As long as we don't get relegated, I don't care anymore. I will get very disappointed because I would be it makes me very sad that my team will not be playing European competitions next season. But, Ranieri can't pull miracles. So, league-wise, it's done. I keep on saying this. Eliminate all of your league Serie A expectations. Europa League and Coppa Italia, I want more. And I wanted to see more. And I'm convinced that we were going to see more. Because Ranieri knows this because he's smart. But the owners, I doubt a bit, because I'm not sure how smart they are. Ranieri knows that to try and save the season, you need to go well in the 2 cups. With that being said, we remain in a very bad position. We remain in a very critical position. We remain 4 points off top 4. We need to hope that Lecce don't win tomorrow. That's how desperate our Serie A season has been. We have to hope that Lecce don't win tomorrow. We went from hoping Juventus, Milan, Napoli, Inter and Lazio not to win to Lecce, Verona not winning games. Verona lost yesterday. Come on! But yeah, look, no, jokes aside, league you're gone, and I kind of tend to want to forget what we've done from this game before and kind of restart from fresh, because everything that we did prior to this game is absolutely ridiculous. And a defeat today was understandable, comprehensible. A 1-0 defeat. I personally think that if all of us, after that Verona game 2 weeks ago, or after that Fiorentina game 3 weeks ago, would have been told, you're going to lose 1-0 in Naples, I think all of us would have prayed to the Lord. The last thing which I will say, and then I'll end it, is this. Ranieri has got this tendency, due to the fact that he won the league title with Leicester, that Ranieri has got this tendency of being looked at as a magician, I know a lot of friends, a lot of Roma fans who went, with Ranieri, he's going to pull miracles. No, absolutely not. No. Because Ranieri doesn't have a magic wand. Ranieri doesn't have magician powers. Ranieri isn't Ron Weasley. In fact, Harry Potter better because he fits in with those glasses. So I understand that Ranieri brought enthusiasm. He did. I understand that Ranieri brought hopes back up, and I agree. But as always, remember what we did from August to the day Ranieri was appointed, and ask yourself how it's possible for this man to pull miracles in the league. So remember, this man is special. Yes, this man is a very good man, but he ain't a magician. And it's not like if we appoint Ranieri, we're automatically going to play in the Champions League, or we're automatically going to win the Europa League, or we're automatically going to lift the Coppa Italia. No, you need collaboration with the players as well. So I've seen improvements, and which is why I'm not fully denigrating the performance today. We build on this, just like we built on these games when Mourinho used to pull them. We have to build from here, because I am convinced that if you play as organized as today, as united as today, and step it up, you will achieve things. Not cups, but you will achieve some pleasant moments this season. Substitutions. He gave chances to players that other managers would have never given chances to. So with that being said, I want to see Down start ahead of Angelino, and I want to see Saud start over Celik. I also think it's time to try new things. Maybe not in Europa League and Coppa Italia, but in the league, we're so down that try new things. Try new things. Maybe the current wave of positivism will go through you. You see what I mean? That's the way I see it. With that being said, I'll catch you tomorrow. I'm off to London on Wednesday, so hopefully I won't get battered against Spurs. But yeah, I'll take you along as always. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe to the channel. Everybody hit the like in this video. I have the costs of the London trip to remake. So if everybody can hit the like in the video, subscribe to the channel, bring your friends and families along. It would be absolutely amazing. I will catch you tomorrow. Forza Roma sempre. Another defeat, yes. But we've made improvements. And we have to go from here. I trust Claudio. And now the question is, do I trust these players? They played good for 70 minutes today, but then they had those moments of ups and downs. Right, talk to you soon. Take care. Simo out.